yeah, hold up. This isn't a baby ABC lesson. This is a real life classroom lesson just for you. Take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to learn a new tech tip. Hi, my name is Linda Shriver, and N is for notes. As the world has become more and more technology savvy, and you see it everywhere, we've kind of lost the habit of having scratch pads or notepads. And not everybody. There are still several people who keep that non-virtual grocery list by their phone or by their, in the kitchen. There are notepads on desks, teachers' desks and students' desks, and that written notepad is never going to go away. But there are several options that are available for you to actually take notes online, so more virtual notes. Let's take a look at some of these hidden gems inside some of the Google apps that you probably don't know about, and if you do, I'll be shocked because they're kind of hidden a bit. Now, Google's done some recent updates, so you're going to see some different changes to your real estate inside Gmail. But this particular hidden gem is inside Gmail, inside Google Drive, inside Calendar, inside a Google slide deck, inside Sheets, and also inside Google Doc. So there. What am I talking about? I am talking about this bar right over here. And I talked a little bit about it when I did K is for Keep. We talked about Google Keep. That's there. And then Calendar is also there. But what I'm going to talk about today are these two things here, Tasks and Keep. So the real difference between the two, tasks can be, and you can use just one or you can use them both, or I tend to use Google Keep, but tasks are literally just line items, things either that you have to do. They could be lists, but this is a great note-taking task. Because it's over here like this in your Gmail, you have the ability to pop it open inside Gmail. And if you're in a particular email, you can actually add a task, and you can talk about this. In this case, this is school supplies. And I'm going to grab this email and I want to attach it to that particular task bar. Come on, there we go. So that kind of, actually, I did it twice, didn't I? And you're also seeing how you can delete. So that actually takes an email and turns it into a task so that you have the email attached to it and you can go back and see what it is that you need to do. So very handy. Again, close it up that way. It's over here. If you don't see this right away, there is a arrow in the very bottom right corner. It's to hide that slide. Sometimes it just stays like that and it's hidden, but you'll just click to open it up. So let's also look at it inside Google Calendar. Tasks is in a similar location inside Google Calendar over here on the far right. Again, if you don't see these, then go make sure your little side panel is not hidden over here and then click on that to show it. So we're talking about tasks. You can, it's also available here through Google Calendar. So here's something else. While I'm here, let me just quickly show you this. If I'm creating a, let me go to the date. If I'm creating tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., if I'm creating an event, you also know that there's a notes section here, and you only see these notes unless you've invited people as guests and they can see the notes as well. So you can put links, agenda meetings, things like that. This is a great little notes section. So just on a side note, but tasks. So if you're inside your Google Calendar, you can click on tasks and it opens up. And I just went ahead and added birthday party, and it shows up. I have my task calendar, I guess, if you want to look at it that way, my tasks showing right now, but I don't have to have it showing. If I click it, it's going to show at the top there. And it just is a great way to have like a to-do list or a running list of what you need to do each day and use your tasks, but you can turn it off. But then again, to add to it, you would click over here to open it up over here, and you can add a task. I could actually add it to a certain date and it puts it there, add the details. That's what I did with this birthday party here. And that's why this was up here. So that's the basics of it inside Google Calendar. Now, believe it or not, it's also available inside Drive. So again, if you're working inside Drive, it's easily accessible because it's over here on the far right. You can hide it, or you can go and take a look at it that way. So if you're working inside Drive and you're like, oh yeah, I got to add that to my to-do list, you've got it right there. Again, inside Slide Deck, you've got the to-do list there. Inside Sheets, pretty cool. And then inside Doc over here. So I'll leave the last few minutes of this video to tell you about an extension that I have found. And usually I don't promote extensions that much because there could be a lot of glitchy things and a lot of problems with it. But this is essentially a sticky note for Google, for Gmail. So it is an extension called Simple Gmail Notes. You can tell it's had a lot of reviews and it's got lots of users. So those are the two things I look at before I mess with any kind of an app or an extension, excuse me. So I've already added it to my Chrome. So here's how it works. So if I'm in my Gmail account, after I've added it, it will actually add what's like a sticky note up at the top of every single one of my emails. So there it sits. And then what you do, there might be many times you don't use it, but in some cases where you need to ask, you can take a little quick note. These are notes that are seen only by you. No one else sees them. You can sync it to your mobile phone as well, so it's on both places. You can change the color. You can add it to your calendar and add a date. You can trash it. So, and then there are other different options and settings and things like that. So that's the basics of how that works. And then when you do pull up, oops, did I save it? Nope. Yes, I saved it. And then when you do pull it up, it saves automatically. When you do pull it up, it will, I don't know if you could tell over here on the yellow, it shows that you have a note attached to it for something to do. So I actually like it. I have messed around with it a little bit and it's got great reviews. So just yet another option to take notes.